Welcome to another edition of the channel's Mailbag. So what is Mailbag? Well, Mailbag is the part of the channel that you guys actually control. It's based on comments, questions, general feedback that you guys leave either on the YouTube channel, the website, or through one of my social media feeds. Mailbag contains what I think the answer is, what I think my view of the comment is, or sometimes, I just throw it out to the wider audience and say, what do you guys think? That's what Mailbag is. So let's get in to the first mailbag of this session. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. Next question comes from Sound Surreal Studio in response to Yamaha SY99 Part 4, replacing those broken keys. A video I did in February 2025. And Sound Surreal writes, I have a Roland U-220 that I wish I could have had the Roland D-70 sounds in it. Can't find a D-70 in South Africa, and I can't find samples for the D-70 anywhere. Can you please help? I also have a Roland XP10 that sound is dying on my left-hand output channel. Can you please advise me? Okay, so now a couple of other people have asked me to sample the Roland D-70. However, I said, but basically at the moment I really don't have the bandwidth to jump into doing a Roland D-70 sample, curate the sample pack, and for what am I going to get in return for it? There's always got to be a cost and reward. If I'm doing it for me, fine. If I can share it with you guys, that's something that's relatively simple to do. But if you're asking me to do something and there's no financial consideration involved in it, then sorry, I'm going to do other stuff that is more important as far as I'm concerned. So I apologise for that, but that's kind of me setting out my stall. Nothing in this world is for free. Now, regarding the XP10, I think this probably could be as simple as dry joints on the left-hand signal path, although it could be something a bit more complicated, and you might need to go and get a scope on the actual signal path to actually find out where the signal is dying or where the output is fading. The best way to do this is probably to monitor the voltage so get something happening on the XP10 and monitor what's going on the right-hand signal. Monitor the voltages and then track back and monitor the voltage on the left-hand signal and see where you get the voltage, because you're going to get a voltage drop at some point. Part of me says it's probably going to be from the DNA converter and the op amp, but you never know where in the signal path you're getting that kind of very low voltage coming out, and it will be that component where that voltage is not coming out correctly. It'll be that component that is the thing that's bringing down the ability of the left-hand channel to maintain parity with the right-hand channel. So there you go. Hopefully that's the answer. Next one comes from 72 Woodchuck. And this was how to restore the factory sounds from the Korg T1 from disc. Video I did in September 2017. And Woodchuck writes, hello from Indiana, USA. So I came across a Korg T1 stand in a case for $250. In great shape, except it needed an internal battery. I did the research, had a friend pick it up for me, and once I attempted to open it up, I found that the seller had already opened it up and put the motherboard and memory board were just. Found the seller had already opened it up and the motherboard and memory board were just lying freely. Very frustrating that the seller did not disclose this, as I felt I just bought a keyboard just beyond repair. With your videos, I was able to quickly replace the battery, install everything correctly, and get it all back together. It had come with a disk, so I attempted to load the data and it kept giving me an error. I felt stuck and ordered a new disc from you, and it arrived this evening. Boom, I have a fully functioning Korg T1. Thank you for your channel. well, you know, obviously hello from the south coast of the UK, which is where I am. I do find I get annoyed when you buy something from someone and they've been less than liberal with their choice of words and description. I bought a synth a few years back, sold as working, which it wasn't. There was the to and fro with the seller before eBay called time and made him take the unit back. You know, it doesn't work. I plugged it in, it just doesn't work, and that was literally what happened. It was a DX7 as well, and it was a DX7 with a disk drive, which is the FD, which is what I've been after for many years. And that sort of really made, I was really annoyed about that because he turned around and said it was fully working. I couldn't get the damn thing working at all, and I wasn't going to open it up because it could have been a simple fix, but I wasn't going to open it up and have a look. And after the seller got the unit back, he said then turned around and said it was all working. So how that worked, I've no idea because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not stupid. I do know whether something works or not. And so how he got it working, I do not know. He wouldn't tell me. But you know, I had a couple of other people who lived down this neck of the woods who are friends of mine, popped round just to have a look and see if I was doing something stupid. You know, simple stuff. You know, has the fuse blown, that sort of stuff. Anyway, but I'm glad to hear that the channel and the videos have helped you restore your Korg T1 back to working order. Plus, of course, for those that do not know, there is a media replacement service which aims to get classic platform discs to those that need them. These are not only the factory discs and the restore settings, but classic sound discs created by manufacturers and other sound houses that have largely disappeared from the market, given the length of time between the manufacture of the unit and today. Now, I like the fact that, but as you say, boom, and you're back in business, and enjoy this keyboard as the sounds still hold their own. That's my personal opinion, especially what synth sounds of the 80s and 90s. This keyboard has them in spades.